Alright guys, it's me, Big Rick, and we're going to be talking sports again. This time we're going to review my week 3 picks and see which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong. But first, before we do that, we have to review the picks I made. So, let's start off. I picked my Giants to beat the 49ers. And again, like I said in my last video, I did it because I'm a homer and I hate people in California. I live in California and I hate it out here. I hate 49er fans. My brother-in-law is a 49ers fan, and I just can't stand him. I can't stand 49er fans. Uh, Basically, can't stand any California fans because they're all a bunch of what do you call it? Bandwagon people. So, yeah, I picked the Giants. They lost, but Chargers, I picked them over the Vikings. Jaguars over the Texans. Titans over the Browns. Lions over the Falcons. Packers over the Saints. Dolphins over the Broncos. Bills over the Commanders. I did say the Bills will whoop the Commanders' butts. I was right. I also said that the Commanders were lucky to win last week because they played a Broncos team that had no defense. The Dolphins proved me absolutely correct on that one. I picked the Ravens over the Colts, the Seahawks over the Panthers, the Cowboys over the Cardinals, the Eagles over the Bucks, the Pats over the Jets, the Chiefs over the Bears, the Steelers over the Rams, and the Bengals over the Rams. Steelers over the Raiders, sorry. And the Bengals over the Rams. So let's see what I got right and which ones I got wrong. So obviously, I got the 49ers Giants wrong. 49ers were just a better team, but I did say I did believe that the 49ers would beat the Giants, but I was going to be a homer. The Ravens lost to the Colts. That one shocked me. Gardner Minshew came through and was able to pull out a victory for the Colts, but there was some really bad coaching on the part of the Ravens in that game that led to them losing, and they should have won. Dolphins shellacked the Broncos. I didn't get to watch all the football games this week, guys, because I had to take my wife to the hospital. She was having some episode where she was feeling really faint and she was really worried her heart was beating really fast. So I missed a lot of these games. When I got home and I checked on ESPN just to see some score updates, and I saw 70-20, I thought it was a misprint. I thought there's no way this team allows 70 points. So I actually rewatched the game on YouTube, and yeah, they allowed 70 points. And they could have allowed more and set the record, but the Dolphins took mercy on them. I don't think the Dolphins should have taken mercy. I think the Dolphins should have broken the record, because that way the Broncos would have felt even more humiliation, and maybe that would have kicked their butts into gear. But I don't know. That's just me. I don't believe in showing any mercy. Lions did beat the Falcons. Like I said, I don't believe in Desmond Ridder. 6 points of offense. That's pathetic. The Chargers did beat the Vikings. Like I said, I don't believe in Kirk Cousins, and I don't believe in this Vikings team, which sucks because Justin Jefferson's a great player. And I love the Addison, the rookie wide receiver. I just fear that they're going to head into a total rebuild, and I don't think Justin Jefferson is going to want to stick around for that. So don't be shocked if they decide to rebuild this year, if they continue tanking, and Justin Jefferson decides to be traded. So let's see what else I got. Then I did say the Bills would shellac the Commanders, and they did, 37-3. Packers beat the Saints, even though it took a second half comeback and a missed field goal. The Titans, I don't know. I can't figure the Titans out. I swear I can't. It's a coin toss every week with them. I just can't figure out what team's going to show up. They lost 27-3 to the Browns. Then the Jets lost to New England 15-10. I was shocked it was even that close, but then again, Jets do have a decent defense. But I mean, they couldn't. They're not causing turnovers, and they're not running the ball well. This is a team I think they should have beaten, but I just don't trust Zach Wilson at all, and I'm just not going to pick the Jets to win any games until they get a better quarterback. They got Trevor Siemian now. Whoop-de-doo. Maybe a slight step better than Zach Wilson, but not much better. The Jaguars. This is one of my upsets of the week. They lost to the Texans, and not just lost, they got beat 37-17. I can't believe that. I picked the Texans to win like 2 games this year. If you would have told me, or 2 or 3, I said, if you would have told me one of them would have been against the Jaguars, I would have been like, no, that's not happening. But yeah, it happened. Seahawks beat the Panthers. I was right there. Chiefs beat the Bears. Who doesn't? So those were my picks that I got right. So it turns out I was 11 or 16 again, just like last week. I got 69%. It looks like I'm going to keep getting 69% because, that seems to be my number all of a sudden. But let's see, going into this week, what games do we have? Oh, I forgot. I didn't even go into the other ones. Another one. I picked the Cowboys over the Cardinals. The Cardinals won. I picked the Steelers to beat the Raiders. The Steelers won. I picked the Eagles to beat the Bucks. The Eagles won, and the Bengals beat the Rams. So yeah, that completes. So I thought I was missing something, but there you go. That's all my picks for the previous week. Now let's get all these games going. So starting with Thursday's game, the Lions versus the Packers. This is going to be the one that's going to decide who's in first place. I'm going with the Lions. I think Jared Goff, having been to the Super Bowl, is more primed for a big game than someone like Jordan Love. I got the Rams beating the Colts, unless Gardner Minshew pulls out another big win for the Colts. I got the Vikings finally picking up a win against the Panthers, unless they really want to tank. Buccaneers, I think they'll beat the Saints. Jaguars against the Falcons, I'm going with Jaguars. Ravens versus the Browns, I'm going Ravens. Bengals versus Titans, I just can't trust the Titans. And the Bengals, their offense is not as explosive as it normally is, but I think they'll come around this time. Dolphins versus the Bills, this is going to be a fun game. I'm going Dolphins on this one. I think the Dolphins right now, they're just unstoppable. Next, we got the Broncos versus the Bears. This is probably going to be the most pathetic game of the week. I mean, I'm going to venture a guess. Let's see how close I can get on the game score. I'm going to pick the Broncos to win this, but I'm going to say this score is 16-12. It's going to be some pathetic score like that. 16-12. Let's go with that. Steelers beat the Texans. 49ers, even though the Cardinals beat the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have issues on offense. I don't think they're a complete team. When they get near the goal line, they have a hard time scoring. So I don't think the 49ers have that problem with Christian McCaffrey. And you got George Kittle, and you got Deebo Samuel. They have a good offense. They have a way better offense than that. I believe their offense is not highly rated as probably the Cowboys, because the Cowboys got Dak Prescott and 49ers got Brock Purdy. But Brock Purdy knows how to handle the ball, and they'll get into the touchdowns. So, kudos to the Cardinals for winning that. I did say the Cardinals will only win 2 games this year, and if you had told me, again, they would have beaten the Cowboys, I would have been shocked out of my mind, especially after the Giants had beat them. Chiefs will... Oh, my God. Chiefs are just going to light up the Jets. Let's take a gander at this game. I guess as a score, I'm going to go... Chiefs don't even have that great of a defense. Maybe the Jets could put up 14 points, so I'm going to go 42-14. Eagles against the Commanders. I'm going Eagles. Chargers versus Raiders. Chargers. Cowboys versus Patriots. This one's a tough call because I don't know what Cowboys team is going to show up. And the Patriots are not that bad defensively. I'm still going to pick the Cowboys. This is going to be a close game. Giants versus Seahawks. I'm going with the Giants. I think the Giants could beat the Seahawks. I think Daniel Jones is better than Geno Smith. I've seen Geno Smith up close when he was with the Giants. I think he's more of a product of the system than he is of being a good quarterback. So those are my picks for the week. We'll review them next week and see how good I do. Let's hope I do better than 69%. All right? Peace.